It's been a very busy last couple of weeks with listing appointments, and I am very busy the next couple of weeks. Have lots of people who have called to get on my schedule to get their homes listed and then sold. So be on the lookout for lots of new things coming very soon, in all different price ranges, houses, land. So that's always an exciting thing. If you're a buyer and you have been thinking about buying, you know there's never enough inventory to choose from. There just is not anywhere, but especially more so in the rural communities. If you have children and you're looking to get into a good school, you know there's just not enough to choose from. So I'm on my way to a listing appointment actually right now. I love meeting with people to help them prepare to get their houses ready to sell. So a listing appointment is basically when I meet with the seller, the homeowners, to give them an idea of the price range that they can get for either their house or land that they want to sell. If it's a house, it looks much different than land, right? If land needs to be sold, basically you just need to cut the grass, and if you want to clear it, clear it. If you don't want to clear it, you don't have to, right? But when it's a house, keep this in mind. I will never be the kind of real estate agent that meets with you as a seller and gives you an exhaustive list of things to spend money on. That is not how I work. It doesn't usually work anyway, because you end up wasting a lot of money on things that you think a potential buyer may want. So that's something that I will never do. So if you're living in an outdated house, listen, the price will reflect it, right? There are some things, of course, that you can do for free if you're thinking about selling, which are cleaning, decluttering, and then a couple of $100 would be if you have dull light bulbs, replacing them, making sure they all match. If you have a ceiling fan that has 4 lights in it and one's different from the rest, you want them to all match, okay? Changing your air conditioning filters, sprucing up the yard, thinking about the entryway where most people are going to come through. You get one chance as a homeowner to give a great first impression. So be thinking about, when your home hits the market, what door is most people gonna go through, right? And that's the door that either has a keypad on it that y'all use all the time, or a door that you're going to put a lockbox on. Well, that I would put a lockbox on, right? That door should look good. If your house looks like my house, the back door is the door I go through all the time, and so it gets the dirtiest, it gets the most nicked up. The doorknob needs to be changed, right? If I was putting my house on the market today, that door that everybody would be coming through would look the best. It would have a new knob, it would be freshly painted, it would have a cute little welcome mat and probably a cute little plant. It would have something that says, I take care of my house, I take pride in my house, and welcome as a buyer, okay? If you're a seller, what I tell people all the time is this: it is your house, but you want to sell it to new people. So you want to be thinking about how can you neutralize it so that any buyer can picture themselves living in your house. So you don't want it to smell like you. That's hard. That's very hard. So if you have old, let's say, carpet or old rugs, things that you know probably have a smell, you want to figure out a way to get those either thoroughly deep cleaned or you want to get rid of them. Your house, the smell it should smell like is nothing. It should have no smell, right? So on a beautiful day, open up your windows, crank down your air conditioner, and air it out. Change all your filters, change out anything that might have a smell, take out the trash, all those kinds of things. No smell is the best smell, okay? I used to hear years ago, before I got into real estate, when I'd watch HGTV, they'd say bake cookies. Well, listen, who has time for that? Nobody has time to bake cookies. We're all at work. We're all busy. We're all doing things right. But what you can do is make sure it's clean and odor-free. And if you don't have the means to clean it, I would absolutely recommend a cleaning team. I work with plenty of cleaning teams that deep clean houses before they hit the market. Your house cannot be too clean, which means things that you don't normally clean, right? If you have tall ceilings, you probably very seldom get up there and dust those light fixtures and those ceiling fans. Very seldom do we really dust our baseboards and window ledges and all those kinds of things, right? So you need a thorough, deep cleaning. That will help your house smell like either nothing or clean and just fresh, right? That's a great smell, for your house to smell clean and fresh or odor-free. If you have old carpet, that's a cheap fix. You can either rip them out and put laminate flooring, or just have them deep cleaned, right? So be thinking about those kinds of things. If you're thinking about selling, this is what will happen. I will go meet with you. You'll give me a walkthrough. I'll tell you what kinds of things I recommend that you do before my professional photographer is scheduled to go out to your place. You, as the homeowner, take all the time you need. It might take you 3 days. It might take you 3 weeks. Listen, I've had some people that have taken months. You take all the time you need to clean and declutter and prepare your house for pictures. And when you are ready, you let me know. And my photographer is an amazing professional photographer that's been doing this for me for over 7 years. He does a phenomenal job. He flies over your house with his drone. So I always say, make sure your yard looks the way that you want it to look when that drone flies over your house. You don't want junk in the yard. You want the grass freshly cut, right? You want it to look great. You want to give a great first impression. So be thinking about, from someone else's perspective, not yours, what's it going to look like when it hits the market online? And you as a seller want to be as proud as possible when your house hits the market and the world can see it, right? Because when it hits the market, it's syndicated worldwide. Everyone will see that your house is for sale. So you get one chance to make a great first impression. So that's what happens. Basically, I give you a to-do list. It's a recommendation list. It is absolutely not a mandatory list. But what I love is when I meet with sellers, 99.9% of the time, they always far exceed my expectations. I love seeing the transformation, the before and after. And listen, it's crazy what decluttering, cleaning, changing light bulbs, maybe putting some new rugs or some new plants and a new floor mat, those little things make such a huge world of difference. The main goal that you have as a seller is to sell your house as quickly as humanly possible for the most amount of money possible, right? And that's always my goal. But the ball is in your court. I'm preparing it and then getting it ready. And then once you have it ready, my job is to market the crap out of it, make sure everyone under the sun knows that it's for sale and that it's ready to go, right? So that's what happens when I go to list your house. Only recommendations, not anything mandatory, and I will never give you a list of major upgrades that will cost you thousands of dollars, ever. I know there are some people that do that. That's not me. I don't believe that you'll ever get your money back doing all those kinds of things, because that's so subjective, right? Now, if you have things that are broken and need repair, absolutely get those things done. That's important. You always want to give the best impression, and that impression is that you take pride in your house, and you always have, right? And so if you haven't in the past, you want to give that impression when it hits the market. Reach out to me if you have any questions regarding real estate, whether you want to buy or sell. There are never enough homes on the market for buyers who are pre-approved and ready to go. It's sad reality. I've been in real estate now almost 8 years, and there's never been enough homes for sale for buyers to choose from. So if you are a buyer looking in a particular area, be patient, get pre-approved, be ready so that when something hits the market, you're ready to go. Y'all take care.